Your ears tortured. It's from the front row with Johnathan T. Rokford.
Oh, boy. Hey, make sure you turn the camera off this time when we're done. Jesus Christ, it was caused a freaking riot last time. You mean I should know it? This is I can't see the light like you can. Gee whiz. So hard to find good help. My mom's the president. What's up, WPA? It's me, Johnathan T. Rokford here. With a weekend recap. Heading into bank anniversary. And man, what a night for some of our performers. As you can see, going out to do a little bit partying. Let's get into it. We started the night off with our Game Changer title. We always like to cover that first because it takes too long to it goes all week, folks. I gotta get it out the way. Because you never know when the match is going to happen until you hear that first crack of the skull. But we had the Ark challenging the Lumberjack, Tommy Celsius. And he lost. You know, Ark should probably be careful who he challenges, when he challenges. It wasn't a very calculated move on his part. But nevertheless, the Lumberjack went on to challenge Texas Hate You and was able to retain against him. Then he got a bright idea. He said, hey, I'm going to issue an open challenge to any of you idiots out there on the roster. Except we're going to make this. Now, watch this, folks. A buck snort brawl match where the pin must occur in the hay loft. Now, misunderstanding, of course, what hay that the Lumberjack was talking about. Which seems kind of weird to be in. I would think if Texas Hate You had a match, it'd be in a haystack. Maybe if Needles came, it'd be in a haystack. Probably couldn't find them though. But anyway, I digress. Bobby Blaze decided to take him up on his offer and pinned him after a good roll in the hay. Now, Bobby, you know, he's easy to egg on. He's easy to push. And Money decided this was the best time to try to push him into challenging him. Now, we saw last week Money tried to get a match for the Game Changer title, and he was beaten after talking a lot of crap. So Bobby took him up on his offer. Hey, less to think about. Folks, there was no conclusion. They're still going at it. We know the only time a break occurs is so they can go to their matches. But once that bell rings after the match is done, it's game back on. And that's, yeah, they're still fighting, folks. They'll be fighting all the way into the weekend. But in official action here at WPA, we had Robert Isaiah Salea taking on the OG, the Game Master, the quiz aficionado, the Thai villain. And folks, Robert picked up the win. Yeah, I know it's hard to believe, but he could be on the turning point, folks. You know, maybe getting a little taste of a title. This gave him something to fight for. We'll see if he keeps it up. In other action, we had the Supreme Knight defeating the Emperor 2K and Liam handily. Yeah, handily. And I know that's not saying much because it is the Emperor, but this guy's got a lot at stake. He's got to be building up some momentum because you never know when he's going to strike with that opportunity for a title match. You don't know, folks. It could be this weekend. In other action, Big Mel took on the Enforcer, and after handily taking the Darkstalker for a dog walk, he had a closer match with the Enforcer. But he still won, folks. And heading into the last round of tag team turmoil, that's the last thing they need is one guy that's able to defeat them both. And then you throw Johnny Rocco into the mix? Oh, it's going to be nasty, folks. I don't see it being a pleasant event for somebody. Now, we did have some no-shows again, which benefited some people that kind of need it. For one, Martel gets a win when he was scheduled to go against El Presidente. Another no-show, of course, Prime Time, not showing up to work. Benefactor of that, the Lumberjack, Tommy Celsius. Which was kind of good, seeing how he just lost his Game Changer title. Getting a win probably cheered him up. Now, this one match, we don't know what happened. We think Nergihante beat the Resistance, but we're not sure. We'll have to do some research on that one. In a non-title tag team match, we had Sinister taking on our tag team champ duo, OVE. The Professor and Captain Chaos. And after getting his ass spanked last week, Captain Chaos looked to get a little help. Because after all, the Professor, in a close match, beat Johnny Rocco a couple weeks ago. And then Jermaine Walker whipped Chaos's ass. Now last week, the Professor lost to the Beast. So they were both looking for some kind of redemption against Sinister. And unfortunately, it didn't happen. And things got crazy, folks. It got to the point where all four competitors were fighting in the ring. And Jermaine and Captain Chaos spilled to the outside and kept fighting. And in the fracas, the Professor got knocked down. But unfortunately, Johnny Rocco was still standing. And the most eeriest stalking method, waiting for the Professor to get up. I mean, the crowd got quiet. Because as you know, these two are always sitting ringside. Always with only a space between them to put their snacks. And the way Johnny stalked the Professor, you would have thought the Professor drank his beer or something. But by the time the Professor turned around, it was too late. Johnny Rocco hit him with the Annihilator, pinned him for 1, 2, 3, and then crawled out the ring to take his normal spot. But meanwhile, Jermaine and Captain Chaos were still fighting. As a matter of fact, they fought their way to the back, folks. And the whole crowd just looked at Johnny like, you're not going to help? And Johnny was like, no. It's not like he can beat Jermaine. So, Sinister defeats OVE. Now we get to our number one contender matches, folks, because we have a lot of them. We always have them. This is your chance, folks, when they come up, to make the most out of this opportunity. And Pierre Saint Damien did just that by picking up the win by pinning Bobby Blaze. Which was weird. Not weird because he pinned Bobby Blaze. The weird part was Bobby and Money were both in the same match. Yeah, it was Bobby Blaze, Money, and the Beast. And that bell no sooner rang than Money jumped on Bobby. And they continued their fight from earlier to get that game changer title. Money is determined he's going to get his hands on that game changer title. He's trying to build that resume. But congratulations to our new number one contender for the IC title, Pierre Saint Damien. Now, in a world title opportunity, we had Needles Kane and El Hijo de COVID vying to become the next contender for the world heavyweight title to face Jermaine Walker at Bankiversary. And in dominating fashion, Needles Kane defeated El Hijo to become the number one contender to Jermaine Walker's belt. So it'll be Needles Kane taking on Jermaine Walker. And you know both of them are going to have to look over the shoulders, because there's always that possibility that Supreme Night decides to cash in. In our last number one contender match, we had the Killer Goons taking on High Voltage. Representing the Killer Goons, we had Casper 2779 and Johnny the Body. And for High Voltage, we had Ark and Bobby Buttercream. And folks, I don't know what's up with High Voltage. Maybe they need to pay the electric bill or something. I don't know which two they can use that's going to help them get on the right track. But Killer Goons defeated High Voltage when Casper pinned Bobby Buttercream. And now they are our number one contenders for the tag team titles. Momentum on their side, no momentum on the OVE side. In championship action, folks, I'm going to save this one for last. Because normally I would do this one first, but I'm going to save this for last, even though it's not the main event. There's a reason why. For the TV title, the Wraith was able to defeat Texas Hate You and retain. The Darkstalker defeated the Essential Jay LeMasters. Now, Jay LeMasters should probably stop going for the IC title. It seems to be his kryptonite. That's twice now. Going for the IC title that he's been unsuccessful. You might want to make some other plans there, friend. Because that seems to be your downfall. Or wait till somebody a little bit less can win the title and challenge them. Normally I wouldn't say give up, but you might want to give that up. But this is the part of the show I've been waiting to talk about, folks. Just last week, I told y'all to watch Lady Assassin. I said she is destined to win a title here in WPA. When it happens, I couldn't tell you. But it happened, folks. Lady Assassin taking on Shepard Bain, our triple threat champion, and Little Dicky. And folks, Lady Assassin pulled out the win and is our new triple threat champion. Yes! 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 I don't care if I have a thin spot on my top of my head. It's from scratching my head as to how she hadn't gotten a title yet, because she has what it takes. Congratulations, Lady Assassin. You're now the queen of the triple threat. Yes, give it up for her. We're gonna, yes. I told you she was gonna win. I should maybe predict some things. Maybe I do good. I don't know. But that's it, folks. You always save the best for last. And folks, that was the best. That was an awesome. Once again, like I said, congratulations, Lady Assassin, on your first title here in WPA. Much success to you. Yes, it feels good to be right. Yeah, it does. I'll tell you later. Folks, that's all we got. I got some honeys to get on top of. Remember, folks, Bankiversary is this weekend. Our WPA performers are gearing up to get the fight on. But until then, don't drink and drive, folks. Make sure to hug your loved ones when you first see them and before they go to bed. Call that friend that you haven't heard from in a while. Check to see how they're doing. As always, I will see you. I'll be sitting on the front row right now.